Hey guys, welcome back to 9180. Today I am doing the official reveal for the exterior of what was once referred to as the Little House of Horrors, the place we now call the Little House of Hope. And I guess I should get started here at the street at the mailbox. We had originally intended to completely replace the mailbox, but ultimately it just was not in the budget, so I bought myself a can of Rust-Oleum spray paint. The handle on the post used to be black, and I just freshened it up and gave it all new life by painting it white to match the trim of the house, and I think it just dramatically changed the curb appeal of the house. The next thing I guess we should discuss is the gravel driveway. We put in an all-new gravel driveway, and if you watched the first exterior tour, video 8 of the Little House of Horrors series, then you know that the gravel only, and there wasn't much gravel anyway, but the driveway only went to the front porch steps. And when we decided to put in an all-new driveway, we decided to go ahead and extend it all the way to the back of the house to that back porch. And the reason we did that is because that back door is much closer to the kitchen. So when you're offloading groceries or whatnot from your car, it just makes a lot more sense to be able to pull all the way up to that back porch. And the gravel used to be a lot prettier than it is, but earlier this year we had record amounts of rain, and it ended up getting washed out shortly after we put it in, but it still looks a lot better than it did before. As far as the exterior goes, we have made many changes. This house got an all-new roof, all new siding, all new vinyl windows, all new exterior doors. The original front door that I wanted to save, I was able to. I refinished it and used it between the kitchen and the mudroom. I'm very happy. One of my favorite things about this house are those twin coach lights on either side of the front door. When we realized we needed all new electrical, and the electrician let us decide everything, and so I got to have him put in the twin lights. I thought it was really important because this house is so symmetrical to have a light on each side of the door, and I was so glad I was able to do that. Now, if you watched video 9, you know that I originally wanted to wrap those porch posts for a really clean, chunky white column look, but ultimately it just wasn't in the budget. So once again, we bought some Rust-Oleum spray paint and we sprayed those out. And I think it just really freshened up the look of the house. I chose this navy blue color for the siding. I love it. It goes with everything, every season, every holiday. We replaced pretty much everything, but one of the things that actually was original, it was here when we bought the house, was this HVAC unit. And it's only 10 years old, and we were able to get it up and running. The guys who did all of our duct work this summer, they were able to get the AC going, but it still wasn't very efficient. So I called up my cousin Clinton Kruger. He's like an HVAC genius, and he came out and discovered we actually needed a part to be replaced and also just a really good cleaning. And I'm not talking like spraying it down with water. He actually had to use like a torch to burn off all the gunk that had just accumulated over a couple of years. And then about a month ago, I had the gas turned on, and we discovered that the furnace wouldn't light. So once again, I had to call Clinton out, and he discovered we needed a new motor, and so he was able to replace that for us. And I really do recommend Clinton for any HVAC needs. He is just so intelligent and so quick to respond and quick to figure out the issue and quick to resolve the issue. I don't just recommend him because he's family, but because he's great at what he does, and it's really hard to find a reliable HVAC guy, I promise. It took weeks and weeks for the other guys to get their job done, and not because it was a job that takes weeks and weeks, just because they didn't feel like coming out and doing it. So anyway, if you watched that video 8 of the Little House of Horrors series, then you know the back of the house has the most dramatic, has had the most dramatic transformation. That gable roof did not exist. They actually completely reframed the back of this house in order to raise the ceiling height in the master bedroom. They had to raise the entire roof, and so this just doesn't look anything like it used to. But that's the master right there, and then that little window is the kitchen window, and the part that juts out there, that is the mudroom. The mudroom is probably Randy and I's favorite room in the house. And if you watched that first exterior tour, I don't know if you remember just how disgusting the back of the house was, but it was definitely the most disgusting part of the house. Just completely missing siding in spots, holes looking into the house. Here's the back porch that goes into the mudroom. I opted for just one little coach light here. I didn't see a reason for 2 here. This whole side of the house just looks so much cleaner and so much better. Well, I think we are reaching the end of our tour. I'd like to thank everyone who has followed our journey to completion. It's been quite the experience for us. But there you have it. The house that was once referred to as the Little House of Horrors. The house we now call the Little House of Hope. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.